Walt Disney was founded by Walter Elias Disney on the 16th of October 1923. Disney is one of the biggest media conglomerates in the world. Disney is known for many films, like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, The Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, and The Jungle Book. The Walt Disney Company has been listed on the New York Stock Exchange since the 2nd of January 1962, and it's part of the Dow Jones Industrial Average Index. The head office is located at the Walt Disney Studios in the Burbank, California. The company made in 2016 a revenue of $55.6 billion and a profit of $9.4 billion. The company consists of 5 business units. The Walt Disney Studio Entertainment, which mainly produces films and music. Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, which manage the theme parks. Media networks, in which radio and television are developed. Consumer projects and interactive media, which oversees the consumer projects, internet and games of Disney.
Walt Disney owns quite a few famous businesses, namely Marvel Entertainment, which is best known for Spider-Man, Captain America and the X-Men. Moreover, Baby Einstein, the toy company to stimulate your baby's brain, and Pixar. Recently, Disney bought 21st Century Fox. This deal cost Disney over $52 billion and left the company with Fox movie, television and streaming services. It might be a big investment, but it wasn't their first rodeo. Individuals who wish to use Disney's characters should take care to make legal use of them to avoid infringing Walt Disney intellectual property rights. For example, Walt Disney holds trademark and copyright registrations for Snow White, a Disney fairy tale character. Also, Mickey Mouse is a trademark. Officially, it's both a word mark and a logo mark. It has a stylized logo which is to be seen in the animations, but it's also a word mark filing for the name Mickey Mouse. Since it appears to be the very first trademark for the name, it means if someone came up with a name that wasn't Mickey Mouse, but was confusingly similar, then they would be infringing on Disney's rights. In companies as large as Walt Disney, a strict regulation is obliged. Disney complies with employment laws in all markets where they operate. They are also highly focused on their security rights. For example, employees are not allowed to trade in company stock or other securities based inside information acquired from a company. Furthermore, passing along a tip is also a form of insider trading and strictly prohibited.
As a corporate citizen, Disney wants to interfere in each life aspect concerning its customers, guests, employees, and businesses. Their mission lies in achieving exceptional performance by embedding ethical business practices in all of our daily decisions and actions. That way, they set themselves 3 core principles. First, act and create in an ethical manner and consider the consequences of their decisions on people and the planet. For example, Disney's Planet Aspect mission is to minimize their environmental footprint and to achieve zero net direct greenhouse gas emissions. As well as Disney has a long-term vision of achieving zero waste and product footprint. They're also committed to maintaining drinkable water consumption at 2013 levels at existing sites by 2018 and developing water conservation plans for new sites. In 2016, for example, Disney has successfully reduced their net emissions by 37%. By 2020, they aim to reduce net emissions by 50%. In 2016, they also have diverted 45% of waste from landfills and incineration. By 2020, they aim to divert 60% of waste. On the other hand, from workplace perspective and people perspective, Disney wants to develop and support a diverse workforce, employees' careers, maintain safe workplaces in their own operations. The organization integrates citizens into the day-to-day decision-making of leadership and engaging the stakeholders on a regular basis. The Disney Conservation Fund, founded in 1995, is a key pillar in Disney's efforts to protect the planet and help kids develop lifelong conservation values. The fund supports the study of wildlife, the protection of habitats, the development of community conservation and education programs in critical ecosystems and experiences that connect kids to nature across the globe. Principle number 2. Champion the well-being and happiness of kids and families in their endeavors. For example, Disney is committed to the total well-being, physical, emotional, and financial of their employees and customers. They provide and promote nutritional foods to parents, inspire families to be physically active and spend time outdoors, as well as increase participation in health and wellness programs for employees and families. With approximately 156,000 employees, Disney's profitability is substantially affected by cost of pension benefits and current and post-retirement medical benefits. Creating safe, age-appropriate and culturally diverse entertainment environment and experience for kids is a priority as well.
The third core principle of Disney is to inspire kids and families to make a lasting and positive change in the world. For example, Disney is focused on ensuring that future generations have experiences and opportunities that help them develop lifelong conservation values through nature exploration. Disney is also focused on the power of creativity and imagination to improve the lives of kids and the communities they live in. Walt Disney aims for encouraging employees and families, together with their children, to volunteer and make a difference in communities, to take actions toward the planet and the people. At the same time, the company is willing to take their job into another way, to encourage compassion by providing happiness, hope and laughter to those who need it the most by using entertainment and promoting by spreading it. By inspiring kids to be creative and use their imagination, Disney wants to improve their lives and the communities they live in. Collaborating with organizations which supports creativity, such as Connect Kids to Nature, holds the very same objects: to connect kids to nature through exploration and discovery, and to develop in them lifelong conservation values. Since 2012, their citizenship efforts have positively impacted more than 16.3 million children and families through programs like the Disney Hospital Care Package program. In November 2017, Walt Disney laid off in the whole world 145 workers because they needed to restructure their company in order to maximize profit. However, we can see in this point an ethical dilemma, because those 145 employees lost their jobs and had to find new sources of income.
Walt Disney himself was a great leader. He was an innovative and creative man. He even set up his own art school for his employees, because the public art schools were mostly not always up to date with the latest technology. Besides, he was also a risk taker, because he started his own business in his early 20s with setting up his own cartoon business. He also always strives for excellence, because he wanted to be better and more efficient than other distributors in order to be more successful than they were. Besides, he had a very sociable and casual personal relationship with his employees, which made the working conditions for his employees better. Leadership is about taking action to create sustained positive transformation within an organization. Great leaders align their own values and vision with those of their business and help operationalize them for the future. Disney uses the situational leadership because they communicate their shared vision and practice what Disney stands for. Furthermore, they cultivate committed employees who strive to lead, which means they adapt on their employees to motivate them. This is the approach to leadership that is responsible for the Walt Disney Company legacy as which it is known around the world. Walt Disney also uses classical human resource management. This means they hire individuals who exhibited the desired behavior that best aligns with the company's value. By strengthening the selection process, they help to hire people who support their culture. And this is the reason why Walt Disney only hires people who desire to work for this company. Once they have hired the people, they make sure that the orientation process and training align to their company's principle, as well as to ensure that they teach them new skills and knowledge. The way Walt Disney trains their employees reflects on their company's behavior. A lot of companies underestimate good training, but it is very important in order to work successfully. Furthermore, you must provide a good education so that the employees can grow beyond their skills. The Walt Disney Institute has professional development courses to improve their employee techniques for a corporate care and communication culture. To provide a healthy culture, you must take care of your workforce. In this way, you make sure that your employees' work align your company, which Disney uses. Besides, Walt Disney also thinks that excellent service does not simply come from a friendly transaction or helpful technology. It is the result of truly understanding your customer's expectation and putting the right guidelines, service standards in place to exceed them. When an organizational framework properly unites its people, place, and process by putting the customer at its core, exceptional service becomes possible across customer touchpoints. This creates greater intent to return and recommend, as well as a stronger competitive edge. With more than 90 years of world-renowned customer service, no one understands better than the Walt Disney Company.
Disney has a rate of return just over 70%. A company that is continually expanding must attribute their success to a certain element of their business, and Disney credits their one-of-a-kind service. From the beginning of Walt Disney's career in entertainment, he went to customers and viewers for feedback. He knew that their opinion was the only one that mattered. When Walt Disney began to focus on the creation of Disneyland, his main concern was to create the ultimate guest experience. He used past personal experiences at other theme parks to ask himself how the experience could be drastically improved for visitors of all ages. In recent years, Disney has recognized the importance and success of implementing customer relation management, technologies to assist in allowing guests to customize their experience based on their needs and interests. Disney truly wants to provide the best experience possible for their guests, so they think that the best way to do it is to allow guests to be involved in the planning of their own Disney vacation. People start planning their Disney experience, for example, when they see an advertisement on TV, or on the internet, or in a magazine.